Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Night at the Morgue mini-season for Week 1. It started this past Tuesday, October 21st. It goes to next Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. Now, this is a 2-week mini-season. It'll bring us right up to November the 4th, 2025. So what happened the previous mini-season is we had a different set of challenges for the second week. However, the rewards were the same for both 2 weeks. And we'll go through that here very shortly. So there's going to be a lot that we're going to cover here in this video. We're going to go ahead and complete each of the challenges. Okay, we're going to go over what is considered a costume. We're going to go over the candy bowl and how to craft the candy bowl in your camp, and how to get mystery candy and put it in the candy bowl, etc. So I recommend using the timestamps here. Now, first things first, let's take a look at the Night at the Morgue mini-season. Just go to your map screen, top left-hand corner of the screen, we have the menu. We go down here to seasons, same exact way as we would check out the current Season 22 Season Pass. We go ahead and select that. You can see there we have the Modern Living, which is our typical Season 22 Season Pass. Here on the right-hand side here is the Night at the Morgue mini-season. As you can see, they're from October 21st to November the 4th, 2025. Let's go ahead and select that here. Now, there are 2 pages, okay? And there is a certain way, a certain order in order to collect each one of the rewards, right? So this is where we find the Morgue Candy Bowl, okay? So if you guys watch my previous Halloween series videos, the candy bowls were always available in the Atomic Shop, and they were free for everyone. Okay, so if you were checking the Atomic Shop lately, you won't find it there, unfortunately, because at the time of those videos, we never had mini seasons. So because mini seasons are fairly new to us, I believe this is the 3rd mini season we got here in the game. So this is where we find the Morgue Candy Bowl, and it is free for everyone. Let's go ahead and inspect it here real quick. Share your mystery candy in the Morgue Candy Bowl. The Morgue Candy Bowl is a container which can dispense mystery candy in your camp. Item cannot be built inside of a shelter, right? Now, we do have 3 different types of candy bowls here in the game. We'll take a look at that here very shortly. But it doesn't matter what candy bowl you put out, okay? They're all the same, all right? Let's go ahead and exit that out. So basically, the way it goes for these 2 pages is, again, there is a way you have to unlock one before the other. So the first one here will be the Morgue Candy Bowl. The next one here will be the Legendary Module ×3. The next one will be Putrid. Then it'll be the Mortuary Sign. There'll be the Improved Bait ×5. Then it'll be the Closed Morgue Drawer. And then the Vault-Tec Body Bag. And that will finish off pretty much the first page. If you go to the second page here, okay, and if we take a look at the Open Morgue Drawer here, basically, in order to do this one, you would have to have unlocked the Vault-Tec Body Bag, right? So again, the second page will be the Open Morgue Drawer. Then there'll be the Carry Weight Booster ×3. Then it'll be the Cadaver, however way you want to say it there. That'll be the Suburb Bait ×5. Then it'll be the Morgue Drawer, and then the end game reward that we get here for this mini season is the Autopsy Table Bed, right? Now, you will need a total of 500 tickets, okay, to complete these. As you can see, I got them already checked. I kind of messed up on the first video a little bit there, so so I decided to make this second one here. So again, they're all checked out, but you will need 500 tickets. Now, you don't even have to complete this little mini season special event challenges. You can go ahead and use the tickets from the current Season 22 Season Pass, the same exact way we've been able to do it in the previous mini seasons. As long as you have the tickets, it's good, whether you complete them from the Season 22 Season Pass or complete those special event challenges, because that's all they do. They're just giving us extra tickets to buy these items. And again, you will need 500 of them, okay? So I had unlocked every single one of these without even completing any of the challenges. All right. And you can go ahead and do that too. All right. So let's go ahead and back out here. Right. So let's take a look at the candy bowl here. Again, you cannot be inside your shelter. It has to be outside. Okay. Outside by your camp. Right. Let's go to our build menu here. Now, where the candy bowl is located under decorations, located under holiday, and then here is the different types of candy bowls right here. And as you can see, you can only put one candy bowl per camp. Okay, each one, doesn't matter which one, whether it's this first one, the very first one we ever got here in game is this guy here with a little green hand out of it. Last year we got this guy here, the Crania candy bowl. And then this year is the Morgue candy bowl. But it doesn't matter which one you place out. Candy bowl is a candy bowl. And as you can see there, it'll only cost you 2 plastic to craft. It does not require any power at all. Okay. And all you do is you just place it down where you can. Right. And that's all you have to do. Now here's my candy bowl right here. This is the one we got last year. Okay. And again, it doesn't matter which one you place out as long as it's one of those candy bowls. Okay. So if you're a returning player, and you played last year or the previous, 5 years, you would have got that little candy bowl with the little green hand sticking out of it, and you go ahead and place that out if you so. It's really up to you what you want to do, right? Now, as you can hear, it does make a sound. Again, it does not require any power. It just makes that sound because let's just face it, we go to other players' camps, and sometimes other players' camps can be quite cluttered, okay, but that's what you're listening for. You're listening for this little sound to be making a little spooky sound. You can kind of hear it there. If we take that out, we will stop hearing the little sounds. Let's go ahead and do that here real quick. All right, so let's go to modify. If we go to modify in our build menu, this is where we can pick things up. We can kind of move things around. We can lock things and etc, etc. Okay, but this is where we would basically go ahead and scrap things or store things. Let's go ahead and store it here. Now, if we try to listen, you don't hear that little spooky sound anymore. It's gone. Okay. Let's go back to our build menu here. Okay. We're going to go back to build. Now we can go to history here and go to stored. And we can place, as you can see there, it'll allow me to place whatever candy bowl I have available. It can be any one of these guys. Okay. Here's the very first one we got. Last year's and this year's. Let's put down this year's here. There we go. Nice. And there's that little music in the background. It's back. All right. So utilizing the candy bowl, let's take a look at that real quick. So if we go ahead and use candy bowl here real quick, as you can see, you own this candy bowl. How many candies would you like to add? So you can actually do a candy count, and your candy bowl is very full, 15 or more. Okay. But now we can still add to it as long as you have mystery candy on you. So let's go ahead and put a candy in the candy bowl. There we go. Mystery candy removed. Now you can't see that in the top left-hand corner because I'm here, but that's what prompted up in the top left-hand corner is one mystery candy removed. All right. And that's all you have to do to add to your candy bowl. As long as you have mystery candy on you, you go ahead, you can add all my candies, 1, 5, or what have you. Okay. And you can do a candy count. That's how that works. Okay. Let's take a look at the mystery candy here real quick. So we go under food and drink. So here's the mystery candy here. So this is the 2 ways to get mystery candy here in game. You can take from other players' candy bowls, or you can kill spooky Scorched. Now we still have regular Scorched here in the game, but they will not have mystery candy on them. Only the spooky Scorched will. And that's how you get your mystery candy, or again, take it from other players' candy bowl. Now, if you do take it from other players' candy bowl, there is a cooldown for that candy bowl. It used to be an hour. It could be short, but they do change the game so much these days. It's really hard to tell nowadays. But there is a cooldown associated from when you can take candy out of that candy bowl again. Again, it's just a way to regulate that. Now, for those of you who do celebrate Halloween here in North America, but those of you who do not, the mystery candy resembles what we call here candy corn. Okay, something that we kind of eat. You can find in the stores, etc. Now, if we do eat it here in game, you will black out. Very similar to drinking Nougat Shine, you will black out, so you can eat it, but just be aware that you will. So it won't work. It won't work like that all the time, but once in a while you will black out. Just a little FYI there. Okay, let's take a look at these challenges here. So you just go to your map screen. Now for myself, I hit the right arrow key on my controller, brings me to my challenges page. Okay. And the special event challenges is right under events. Okay, now you can choose to track or untrack if you so wish. I like to kind of track them just so you guys can see what's being completed and what's not. And it's a good way for myself to kind of keep track of it as well. Right? So we do have a couple of different ones you can see here. Okay. Let's take a look at costumes. Okay. So some of them do require wearing a costume. So let's take a look at that real quick here. So again, a costume, not all outfits are considered costumes here in the game. So let's open up our Pip-Boy. We're going to go under apparel. So right now I'm wearing the Jack Gordon outfit and the Jack-O-Lantern hat. Let's take a look at the outfit here real quick. You see the bottom of the screen there, it says inspect. So whatever button is for you, that's what you select. Okay, it brings you to this page. And as you can see there, it says costume. But again, it's always good to see if you're wearing a costume or not. Okay, because not all outfits are considered costumes here in the game, believe it or not, right? So this outfit is considered a costume. But again, it won't be just an outfit. Let's say you're wearing an outfit that's not considered a costume. You're running at a time. You don't know where to find an outfit that's considered a costume, but you have fashionette helmets. Okay, let's take a look at this fashionette giant mask. Just a basic mask we got from Fashionette Day. Let's go ahead and inspect that real quick. Look at that costume. Okay, I'm fairly certain, very optimistic that all of the fashionette masks we have here in game are considered costumes. But that's all you really need to wear is just the costume, such as a mask. You're good to go. Okay. If your outfit's not considered a costume, but you're wearing a mask or helmet that is considered a costume, you're good to go. Okay. As long as either or both is considered a costume, you're good to go. All right. So just a little FYI there. And again, this particular helmet here, the Jack-O-Lantern helmet, it is considered a costume as well. But again, not all helmets are, but I believe all the fashionette ones are. Most of us will have fashionette masks. A lot of people sell fashionette masks in their vendors for fairly cheap. So you go ahead and check those out if you so wish. And if you are a returning player, you can always go to your armor workbench. And again, you would have gotten outfits, you would have gotten headwear throughout the years from previous scoreboards, from completing events, right? So you can craft your own outfits this way here, and then your headwear up here, same kind of deal. You can craft a couple. As you can see, it says costume now, which is pretty cool. So you see that birthday hat? See how it just says hat? Not considered a costume. See that particular hat there is considered. That's pretty cool. They have that little, they never used to have that before. That is so cool. Okay. So you can see it's considered a costume before you even craft it. That's even better. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's check out the outfits here, see if it does the same thing. Yeah, it does. As you can see, not all outfits are considered costumes if it doesn't say costume on some of them. That's pretty cool. There you guys go. That's pretty awesome that they added that little feature. They never had that last year. Interesting. I love it, though. Keep up the good work. Let's see these challenges here. Let's check out these challenges here now. So I think we're pretty much up to date now on all that stuff. All right. So while I was making that first video that I kind of messed up on, build a candy bowl and give out candy from your camp one, right? So I showed you how to build a candy bowl, and basically you have to wait for someone to come to your camp and trick or treat out of it, basically. And that's how you get your 5 tickets done, just like that. Okay. And again, it has to be out in your camp. If you can't even build it inside of your shelter, won't even give you the option. Something very similar to camp resources and water sources. It's just the way the game is, okay? All right. And that's how we completed that one there. So that's pretty cool. So let's take a look here. We are on a server by ourselves here. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at a couple of these hard ones here. I know some people are kind of wondering about these hard ones here. So let's take a look here. Collect a scalpel or a surgery scalpel while wearing a costume 5. So I already explained to you how to figure out whether you're wearing a costume or not, whether if it's an outfit or if it's a piece of headwear, it is all the same. And I showed you how to do that. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to take a look at these some locations for some scalpels. Let's take a look down here. We're going to go to the Lewisburg area. We're going to go to the Rob Van Lowe taxidermy. We will need 5 of them here. Now, we can find scalpels throughout the wasteland. However, you know, it's just one of those things you're thinking, where did I see that last? All right, so here's the Rob Van Lowe taxidermy right here. Let's go ahead inside. Now, I believe you can find a couple here. However, I haven't had a whole... I know there's at least one here for sure. But I believe it's downstairs. So let's... what's this? Oh, no, right here. All right, perfect. So Rob Van Lowe text right in the main little lobby area here. Here's a couple scalpels here. So there's one. As you can see there, collect the scalpel, surgery scalpel while wearing a costume. Here's 2. Nice. All right. So let's head downstairs here. And we will have to kind of go through this little area. So this is part of the Rob Van Lowe little quest line. I do have that here in the channel. I did with my low level guy. I think we did this when we were at level 35 or something like that. So we were quite low level when we came here. And I show you exactly how to gain access to this. So you can check that video if you so wish. It'll be too much for me to kind of explain to you here now. But I believe there is one right down here somewheres. That was on this table. Yeah, right here. Perfect. Like that. So there's 3 just right there. Done. Just like that. As you can see, I was here a little bit earlier, and there are a couple of these little rad rat pups and rad roaches here. There we go. So 3 here altogether. Now, if you ever do come here, and these are not here, and you're on a server with other people, chances are someone got here before you, so you will have to server hop. There will be a little bit of pain involved with this, especially if you're on public servers, okay, looking for this stuff, all right? So just a little warning, okay? Let's go to the next spot here. We're actually going to go to the Morgantown Airport right up here. Let's try to get a little bit of stick drift there. As you guys can see, it's... I really like this controller. I've had this controller for 2 years. It's the longest lasting controller I ever had. It's like a Spectra or whatever it's called there. But yeah, fantastic controller. Alright, so we're going to head right down this way. Now this is also a good spot where you can find spooky Scorched, but we're just going to kind of blow our way up through here. Okay. Now I want to make our way over to one of these little hangars or quasi-huts, whatever they're called. And again, we are going to be trolled by these guys. Okay. So it'll be the second one down just before the quarantine zone in this medical laboratory area. All right. Oh, jeez. Right inside here. So there's usually one in this doctor's bag. It's the 4th one there. There's usually another one right here as well. However... that explosion probably sent everything flying, which is probably what happened. But I believe there's usually another one right around here. Let's check the other room here. Yeah, so things kind of went flying there with that dude. All right. Let's check. I don't think there's anything in this room, but we can check. Always good to check is sometimes, depending on the server, sometimes they'll just kind of pop up. Let's head upstairs here. Oh, right here. Burp. There we go. There we go. Collect the scalpel or surgical scalpel while wearing a costume. 5 for 5 done. And it's always good to check, you know, these little surgical trays where you can find them, right? Sometimes, again, the doctor bags will have scalpels in them as well. The bone cutter in that one. All right. Nice little spot there. Another pretty decent spot I find is actually at Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Let's go down here real quick. And I'll show you where that one's at. I believe there's one in Flatwoods as well, right in the White Church. right in Flatwoods there. I believe right on the main floor. There's like a doctor's bag there. There's a couple surgical tables there. You can check there as well. Let's check here real quick. Again, Big Al's tattoo parlor. And I believe this one is right downstairs. Where I remember seeing it. Let's hop in here real quick. Put this gun away, Jim, for don't scare old pal Biv. It's always good to kind of check these shelving areas. But sometimes the scalpers are a little bit hard to find. See how he's kind of hidden right there, but we're going to leave that one there. But that's where that guy is right there. All right. And again, I recommend checking the Flatwoods area inside the White Church. All right. Good stuff. And as I mentioned, you will have to probably server hop, especially if you're stuck to servers with other people, because we're all looking for the same thing. All right. And I wonder if might be one or two in around here as well. So now that I think of it. Yeah, again, always good to kind of check these. Oh, there's one right there. Yeah, second one right there. Perfect. Good job, Joe. It's the bathroom, isn't it? No. Yep, somewhat of a bathroom anyway. Okay. That's not too bad. Two in this location. That's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. As you can see how that one is complete. Okay. Let's look at the next hard one here. Collect human skull or skull parts while wearing a costume 20. So again, I showed you how what is considered a costume here in game and how to figure that out. So again, collect human skulls here. And let's take a look at my next little page here just to kind of remind myself here. There we go. All right, let's go here. We're going to go to let me see here. Vault 76 we're going to head to. All right. So right here at Vault 76, if we actually head east, there's a little ritual mound down here. So like an unmarked location. It's right down here. And you know when you come across a ritual mound, you'll see it. Right here. Okay. Again, it's always good to kind of check the ground. It's there's things that are kind of everywhere. So there's a skull there. Skull there. So it's good to kind of move your little guy around. Oh, there's a skull right there. It's kind of hidden there. Just kind of take your time. This one. And because it's all buried in this these leaves here. And you'll see it kind of pop up. Whether there's a mask, whether there's a skull there or not. Again, just kind of take your time with it. It's going to take a little bit of time to... Oh, there's a skull right there. And even if you kick these... there's a skull right there. Look, it's like, see, you can't even see it. However, you can see how that you can say it's to take it kind of deal. It gets you to interact with it. And it's good to kind of do this. And there we go. So that was quite a bit there. Right on. So how many was that in total? That was 6. That was 6 in total. So that is pretty good there. Pretty decent. Okay. Let's go to North Kanawha Lookout, which is just close by. And there will be some super mutants and some floaters here. Now we're going to head, I believe it's south, or north, I should say. Where's north? Let's see here. No, south. We're going to head south of the North Kanawha Lookout. So again, it's right down this way here, south. And so again, here's the lookout here. We're going to head south. You see this compass at the bottom of the screen. And there's this little shack here. Sometimes there are more mongrels here. Sometimes there's mole rats here. Okay. There's going to be a hot tub. There's a little hot tub here. And look at the skulls inside. So there's 5 in total. Nice. Nice little spot there. All right. How many do we got now, Jimmy? We have 11. 11 of 20. Let's go to the next pretty decent spot. It's going to be right down here to Camden Park. Now, you're going to be coming down here anyway for your spooky Scorched, but we'll get to that here very shortly. Just one thing at a time. For my videos anyway. This is the hot spot for spooky Scorched. Alright, so let's put this light off here for a second. Now we're going to head right to the right. Right over here. Okay. See some Scorched over there. Right over here by these basketball nets here. Okay, we have these skulls here. 3. Oh, 4. 5. 6. Oh. Oh, let me pick that guy up. Isn't that weird, eh? Ah! Check inside the buckets. Good stuff. Check these lockers. Good. Good, good. Alright, so that's pretty good. So now we have how many? 16. Nice. Alright. Let's go to the Big Maw. Now, there's a little bit higher level area, but there's quite a few over here. The Big Maw is right over here. Now, there are 6 floaters. There's 3 up top, 3 down below. However, if you're really stealthy, you won't have to bother with too many of them. Alright? So again, I recommend going right down the hole here. Shut our light off here for a quick minute. Okay. Now, you have to get right down here. Again, there's the other 3 right over there, but if you're really good, you're really stealthy, you won't bother with them too much. Right? Now, again, it's kind of capless skull. So there's a capless skull, so part of a skull, remember? So it doesn't have to be a full intact skull. It can be part of a skull. And again, just take your time with this one. Rib cage and pelvis. Oh, skull, there we go. And again, oh, there's all kinds of them here. There's more over there. Okay. There's all kinds of them here, actually. Just take your time when you're getting these skulls here. All right. And we completed that one. Nice. All right. So let's take a look here. What else can we do? Let's head back to our camp here real quick. Now, again, I am having an easier time finding this stuff because I am on a private server. But again, you may have to server hop. Server hopping is your friend in this game, especially if you've never played Fallout 76 before. It does take a lot of patience. Some things take patience, okay? And of course, we're doing this in the dark. That's just the way daily, weekly challenges are the same exact thing. Let's see what's next here. All right. Craft a melee weapon while wearing a costume 15. So again, I explained to you all about costumes, so you can check out that timestamp. Again, craft a melee weapon. Doesn't matter what type of melee weapon it is, you will need a weapons workbench. Any weapons workbench will do. We'll just use the one here in our camp. We'll go ahead and craft. Now, don't get this confused with collect. Okay, we actually have to craft it, right? Now, again, you can do whatever you like. But if we go to melee blunt weapons board, you can craft these very, very early on in game. I'm pretty sure it's like a default plan. 1 leather, 5 wood for a level 1. And everyone should be able to easily build these. Leather and wood is easily found down through flatwoods. You know, just kill a bunch of Brahmin. They have the leather hide on them. Okay, scrap it. And yeah, easily found. Let's go ahead. We're going to craft 15 of these bad boys here. There we go, done. And again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the boards. It can be whatever you want. Okay, but a lot of these do require plans, okay, that you have to learn or collect. And again, I believe the board is default plan. All right. It doesn't even have to be a blunt. It can be these fist weapons, power tools, whatever, as long as it's melee. All right. That's the main thing you have to remember. And you have to be wearing a costume while doing it. All right. Let's see the next one. All right. All right. Cripple a human limb while wearing a costume 30. So again, as I mentioned, we had talked about what's considered a costume here in the game. You can check out that timestamp. And again, cripple a human's limb. So 3 different types of humans. We have cultists, communists, and blood eagles here in the game. Let's take a look at a couple of great locations here. So this type of icon here for blood eagles, this type of icon here for cultists. Of course, one of the few exceptions to that is right over here in Point Pleasant. Again, there's a bunch of cultists here, at least 20. Communists will be right down here at Camp Liberty. Okay, so some real squishy guys, especially for the lower level folk. We do have the Crosshair, Clancy Manor. We have Organ Cave. Again, there's only 3 entrances to Organ Cave. We have the Point Pleasant, Hunter's Ridge, Twin Pine Cabins, and down here at the Kanawha County Cemetery. And again, those will be the squishiest guys. We have Blood Eagle Alley, like they call it here on the channel, Sludge Works, Wolin's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, the Killbox, the Pigsty, Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp, Sacrament, and right down here on this other side here, you have Bloody Franks. We have the good old Moth Home, Crimson Prospect, Lucky Hole Mine, Johnson's Acre. Just name a couple of spots. I think we missed a couple on the way down. Was a bounty or something there? I don't think it only has one there, but again, all kinds of great options there for you guys. All right, so let's go to good old Point Pleasant. We know there's going to be at least 20 cultists here. Now, we're just not killing these human enemies. What are we doing to them, Jim? We are crippling a human limb. So again, you can basically just shoot at them. You are good to go. Left arm, left leg, right leg, head, torso. Everything is good to go. Just kind of shoot at them. Just kind of spray at them. Eventually, you'll cripple them. Okay. Now, if you're a person that uses VATS, such as myself, there is a perk card that will help you out. This is more so for the newer folks of the game. It'll be under perception. Now, they did change this perk card recently. Now, the concentrated fire, if your perception is 5 or higher, you don't need this card anymore, okay, because it's obsolete. But if your perception is lower than 5, you will need this card in order to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs, okay? And if you have the right weapon, you can actually possibly get 2 to 3 cripples per enemy. You can go left arm, left leg, head kind of deal. And again, we all have that weapon that's, one shot, one kill, which is fine. But if you have the right weapon for crippling, you can get 2 to 3 cripples per enemy. You guys have seen me do that before. Not all weapons are created equal when you are trying to cripple, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. You guys have watched me do my daily, weekly challenges, and again, we've all come across those weapons that just is not working for us for crippling. Right? But most ballistic weapons, the bow and arrow, the crossbow, missed them. Where's the other guy? It's right here. There we go.
This is a worthy death.
Huh. All right. Shotgun with the Enforcer perk card. Under agility. Plasma caster, plasma rifle. I think I mentioned those.
Holy Mothman.
Now this particular weapon is a one-shot, one-kill kind of deal. Especially with little squishy guys like this. And don't forget your ammo. I do have weapons that aren't as powerful. And we can usually move our VATS around. I like coming here just because there's a lot of these guys around. from here? I think we can. Oh, he's too far away.
At last, I ascend.
Pick up our ammunition on the way by, because why not? One guy up here as well.
I regret nothing.
Huh! That's good. And as you can see, we get some other challenges that are happening. Those are the daily challenges. Of course, as most of you know that been quite busy these days. Having my house worked on. I put out that post. And I had to go pick up my son, who's 10 hours away. And then there's a 2-day trip basically, but we're back here now obviously. But yeah, pretty busy last couple of days. For yours truly, and unfortunately it's just happens to be a really busy time of year for most folks. Check to make sure we cleared this area here. Oh, missed him. Well, I missed him. Jim's got a little Tommy gun down there, I think. Down there.
And now, to my final reward.
Is anyone else down there? Sometimes there's some guys down there now. We weren't even been able to go through here once upon a time ago. Alright, let's head to the church here.
I regret nothing.
I couldn't see it.
There's another one in here. Usually. Oh! Never mind. Oh, yeah, here he is right there. I kind of thought so. Wow, that's quite the tumble. Imagine falling down the stairs like that right in your head. Man. Oh! Holy Mothman, alright. Holy Jimmy. Never mind the Mothman.
You were paid.
Try the right leg here. Burp.
Holy Mothman.
Alright. That's way too much fun. You see there, you get quite a bit of guys. At least 20 guys here in total. At least, anyway. Alright, let's go to another spot here. Let's see. Usually the kill box is pretty good. There's usually 10 guys over there. Let's go to the kill box. Again, those locations I mentioned, yeah, sometimes there are only like 5 or 6. Some areas will have at least 10. And again, crippling. I should be able to fit. He disappeared. I don't know where he went. Oh, but he's up there. He's angry there.
You're making me sad.
Is that so? Fusion cells, eh? Lock and load here, Jim. It does hurt. Nice. And we can keep going here if we so wish, but I'm not going to bother. Just here for the get these. Oh, challenge is done. There's old Rover there. Where did Rover go? Rover's like, I don't want no piece of that cat. Nope, not at all. Oh, right there. Gee, he's moving right around there pretty good, isn't he? Sure is. And look at that down there. Look at that Mr. Squeeze down there. Good old Mr. Squeeze. Now, aside from what we're doing, this location for Mr. Squeeze, I highly recommend coming to. He's usually here quite often. This is where we are, random encounter location. Totally separate from what we're talking about. But anytime I come across stuff, you guys know I like to kind of mention things to you guys. Again, Mr. Squeeze, a random encounter here in the game. And I recommend you buy these 2 recipes off this cat. So some people will actually buy them and sell them for quite expensive. And yeah, very, very cheap getting it from that guy. But yeah, I would say like 7 times out of 10, he's usually right here. I used to have my camp here once upon a time ago. Those of you who've been with me for a while remember. But he used to be down here a lot. For whatever reason, I don't know why, he just kind of shows up there a lot. Alright. Back to these challenges, Jim. A little bit of offshoot there. Alright. Let's go ahead here. So these guys here are pretty much just the week-long challenges here. So kill a spooky Scorched while wearing a costume 25. So again, as I mentioned, a costume, we talked about that already, so you can check out that part of the timestamps. Again, Spooky Scorched. Now, Spooky Scorched will only hang around with other Scorched, all right? Unlike the mole miners, the cultist high priest, they'll hang out with whoever. But Spooky Scorched only hangs out with Scorched. So again, a couple of great locations here in the game. Camden Park. Poseidon Power Substation PX1, Tower County Fairgrounds, Maybe Wilderness Water Park, Palace of the Winding Path, Berkeley Springs. Any of the power plants will have Scorched as well. Any one of them in around the wasteland. Upper section of Camp Venture. All right. Ranger District Office. Right where close to where we're at here at Somerville's Docks. Somerville's Dams, pretty good spot. Now, we can only find, right up here, White Powder Winter Sports, Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. So, there's 2 different type of buildings we have in game. Okay? The reason why I'm saying this is because the buildings that go to a black screen, when you enter them and when you get out of them, you'll never find Spooky Scorched. So you'll find regular Scorched, but you won't find Spooky Scorched inside those type of buildings. However, there's buildings that we can enter that doesn't go to a black screen. We can find Spooky Scorched inside those buildings as long as there's Scorched there. All right. So, for example, AVR Medical Center. We know there's Scorched inside the building. However, when we go inside the building, it's a black screen. You won't find Spooky Scorched there. However, here in Charleston, there's all kinds of buildings that we kind of come in and out of, okay? And if we do find Scorched there at a time, we will find Spooky Scorched there when they show up. All right, so just a little FYI there. So let's try our luck here. Somerville's Docks. And we'll go after these Spooky Scorched. Again, you have to be wearing your costume. And this can take a little bit while. Now, the Spooky Scorched, again, they will be making some sounds. They will usually have legendary items on them, but not all the time. We will hear them as we go along. And they are usually legendary. Now, we are on a server by ourselves here. Sometimes it can be good. Oh, there's one right there. So you hear the noise it's making? Pretty good, eh? Turn our light on here. So we cripple them. But anyway, that's the sound that these guys make. Okay? Finish him off here. He's just waiting there. As you can see, don't forget your spooky treat bag. And there is a legendary item. And there is the mystery candy, and that is the candy that you put in your candy bowl. All right? We found one. So that's good. Ouch. He's just a regular guy in there. He's the regular guy over there. Just have missed him. Alright, so they're just regular guys, so we're not going to bother with them. We're just going after the spooky Scorch. Let's go this way here. We're going to go down, right down to the Somerville's Dam. Now, again, this can take a while, but at least we're able to kind of see one. And you guys are able to see and hear what they look and sound like, basically. Now, everywhere you go, usually the enemies are in a frozen state, okay? And as you get closer to them, they'll be kind of activated, and then they'll hear them kind of moving around. So it is possible that there is a spooky Scorched, just that they're not activated yet. Alright, no, just regular guys in here. We'll take care of them anyway. You see how they kind of wake up a little bit? Oh, there's a spooky Scorched. So see how he just woke up there? But if we kind of flew by here, right, you wouldn't have noticed them. But that's why it's good to kind of go through everywhere, so that way you can kind of get them activated. All right. So a spooky treat bag, mystery candy. I'm not going to bother with the legendary stuff. You can if you so wish. It's just going to weigh me down. All right. I go along here. Get some ammo at the same time. What are we doing 4 time anyway? Okay. That guy went flying down. That's awesome. We just got raider guys down there. Now, if we had a couple grenades, we could have shot down there, but yeah, there's just regular dudes down there, fortunately. Alright. Now, this part here is kind of tricky. Between here, going to the Charleston Capitol building. Depending on what's here, sometimes there will be Scorched that will show up. Okay. Here's our crafted monster friend. Sometimes there's ghouls here, sometimes there's super mutants here. But if you do find Scorched here, you're good to go. I don't hear anything. Oh, there is Scorched. Alright, good stuff. Let's go through the building. That means there do have a possibility of a spooky Scorched being here. And again, sometimes it's ghouls, sometimes it's super mutants, so it's not the same all the time. Depends on the server that you're on, really. Yeah, not too many of these guys here. Just regular guys. Okay, that's fine. And again, we do on top of the buildings. Oh, missed them. Oh. Get up here. There we go. There's a guy over there. Regular Scorched. Go on top of these other buildings here. Sometimes there's Scorched up here as well. Of course, they're just regular guys. Sometimes if you're looking for them, you'll never find them. Just the way the game is sometimes. Just regular. Yeah. Now, if there was Scorched in those little buildings that I mentioned over there. Oh, there's one over there. Nice, he's coming our way. That means there's Scorched here as well. And that's the same thing. Oh, get him before Snelly Gasher gets him. One shot, one kill, baby. These guys are just regular dudes. It's fine, we'll leave them alone. Oh, can't make it. Alright, now I'm going to show you a little something here. It's a little trick that's been in the game since the game started, since release. It's very old. Those of you who've been around for a while know what I'm going to show you here, but basically, you start right here where I'm at. Let's take care of these Scorched here first. Okay. Now you see this building here? Has that little sign that's down? Now if you start right here, right by this bell and fountain, pyro fountain. You just walk along here, just kind of go ahead and you just take your time, kind of stop once in a while. And what's going to happen is there's going to be Scorched that's going to show up on the other side of that sign. They're just going to spawn. Just kind of go ahead and take your time here. And sometimes there will be some spooky Scorched that pops out of here. See how they're all popping out of there? Now, sometimes it's just one. Sometimes it's a couple. It's really, it's going to be different every single time. And then there's going to be a couple more that pop from the other side of this thing here. This sign here. But yeah, that's a pretty good way. You can check that out. See if that works for you. Alright, so we are heavily overweight. Let's drop these boards here. There we go. Now, because there was Scorched in this area, there'll be more Scorched in this area as well. And again, don't forget, look at that bad boy there. And don't forget, as I mentioned, that if there's ghouls, it'll all be ghouls through here. If there's super mutants, it'll be all super mutants through here. Again, it'll be different every server. Regular guy. Oh, there's one right there. Alright, so spooky trait bag, mystery candy. Alright, so here's a building, for example, that we can walk right through. We can walk right through this building. It's going to be Scorched here at this particular time. Now, maybe super mutants for you, so you may have to server hop to get on a server. Or there's actually Scorched here, but again, it's not 100% at this location. Holy mackerel. As we get close to them, they will make a sound. Go up this way here. Oh, went over. What is that guy? Oh, no. Okay. I thought I was spooky Scorched. I was kind of glowing there a little bit. That's pretty cool. And dog food. Hot dog. Yeah, alright. So not a whole lot of spooky Scorched around. We did get the one right over there where we were at. Alright. Let's go to Site and Power Substation PX1. So we got 4 spooky Scorched while wearing a costume. We'll just go to a couple places here. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Oh, can't make her there. Still got me over there, didn't he? Right, so unfortunately, no spooky Scorched here, but that's fine. But again, all these little substations, power plants, you usually have Scorched in around them. And some of them even have other enemies, like fighting other enemies, like maybe the odd Death Claw or what have you. Right, let's go up here to good old Teller County Fairgrounds. I don't think we're going to be able to complete this one in this episode, but I showed you that, you know, you don't even need to complete these events. You just go ahead and utilize those tickets that you have from your current Season 22 Season Pass if you so wish. It's up to you. But again, there is an order in which to unlock them. That's the only thing. So if you do want that end game item, you will have to unlock everything available. Now, it depends on the server that you're on, whether these guys show up or not. It's totally random. Always kind of remember that some servers will be better than other servers when you're looking for the spooky Scorched. It doesn't matter what server, because I'm on a private one right now, and we're not really having the best of luck. I think there's a Scalpel in here too, actually. There's a Scalpel right there in that bag, as I mentioned. Doctor bags, right? Talking about scalpels. There's one right there. Nice. Yeah, I'm not hearing any spooky Scorch here at all, fortunately. Unfortunately. What in the world is that going on down there? Charlie the Moo Moo's down there, good old Graham. I was gonna say, what is that moving? Yeah. Alright, good stuff. But at least we were able to come across a couple of Scorch, so that way there you guys know the sound that they make, what they look like basically. And, you know, make sure you pick up your spooky treat bag. And you pick up your spooky candy, mystery candy there, okay? Good stuff. And there they go. Let's see again here. Okay. Alright, so Trick or Treat from another player's Candy Bowl 3. So again, I am on a server by myself, so I will have to switch servers here. Let's go ahead and do that. A little bit longer of a video than I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys enough locations for the Scalpels and the Sculls, because of those challenges, they will be the hardest ones to do. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we're not going to bother finishing this one here off because it might take forever. But yeah, Trick or Treat from another player's Candy Bowl. So again, as I mentioned to you guys when we talked about the Candy Bowl, not everyone will have a Candy Bowl out. Whether they can't find it, or they just don't know about it, or they just don't celebrate Halloween, it is a possibility. So we're looking for camps like this one here, has the orange little icon underneath a little pumpkin. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, as I mentioned about the candy bowl, it will make that little sound, a little spooky sound, and that's how we can kind of track it down. And as we get closer to it, it'll get a little bit louder. But most people are pretty good. They'll usually have it out in an area where you can see it. Alright, so here's the candy bowl right here. Let's go ahead, use the spooky candy bowl. Thanks for trick-or-treating, have a candy, come back to this camp in an hour. Alright, so it is still an hour for the cooldown. Alright, so as you can see there, we do have the one completed. Okay, let's go to someone else's camp here. Let's take a look at this person's camp. Of course, we have our candy bowl out, so somebody can use our camp as well. Oh, very nice. Oh, their candy bowl's floating. There we go. Nice. All right, let's go to another camp here. Yeah, not a lot of people have them out for some reason. Usually, even if the people who don't celebrate Halloween, usually people are pretty somewhat festive. They'll still have the candy bowls out. There's old Adelaide there. A lot of people will put the candy bowls right in around their vendors. So here's the very first one we ever got. So person's using the OG candy bowl. There we go. Trick or treat from another player's candy bowl. 3 for 3 done, just like that. Awesome. Love it. Get up here for a second. That's a nice little camp location, actually. Very nice. All right, good stuff. So we get them all completed. With the exception of this one here, of course, kill the spooky Scorched while wearing a costume, 25, but again, that could take another hour, all right, depending on the server that you're on. Now, in terms of these other challenges here, as we can see, 1 for 5, 1 for 5. So, complete, give out candy challenge, 1 for 5, okay? And that one is associated with actually crafting your candy bowl and someone collecting candy from it. So this one here, build a candy bowl and give out candy from your camp, 1 for 1. And that will tie into this one here, complete, give out candy challenge. So we need to do this at least 5 more times to get those 40 tickets. Okay. And just like this one here, complete trick or treat challenge, 1 for 5, 40 tickets. Again, this is where you go ahead and trick or treat. That's the one that we just completed. This one here, trick or treat from another player's candy bowl, 3 for 3. So that counts as 1 for this particular 1 of 5. And that's how that works. Okay. Complete the give out candy and trick or treat completion challenges 0 for 4. So I don't know why it is 0 for 4, because we had these 2 here completed, so this should be 1. No, I think the same thing happened last year, if I remember. I'd have to go back to tape, but I think the same thing kind of got buggered up there a little bit. Completed the give out candy and trick or treat challenges, so that should be a 1 for 4. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Good stuff. So let's head back to our camp here. I don't think... yeah, someone else has their camp there, but that's fine. We'll just go to another camp of mine. Go to the house here. Fast travel. So that's fun. It's good. It's fun stuff to do here in the game. Kind of changed it up a little bit. We're going to go right to our shelter here. And we're going to try our best to track down these items. These reward items here now. Okay. So as I mentioned, we go back under our season pages. Again, you don't even need to complete those challenges. You can go ahead and utilize your tickets from the Season 22 Season Pass and unlock all these. The main thing is you just got to unlock them in order if you're looking for the end game item, which of course is the autopsy table bed. So let's go ahead here. I believe I do have a armor workbench here. Let's take a look here. Actually, let's thought there was a Vault-Tec body bag. Okay, anyway. Let's go to our build menu. Okay. Let's go history. So again, we can go to the new section. That's not really popping up very well in the light, is it? So closed morgue drawer. That is so odd looking, isn't it? Yeah, okay, there you go. There's a little bit different light up there. So 1 cloth and 2 steel to craft. Go ahead and put him down. Okay. Alright, so here is the open morgue drawer. If we get that up in the light a little bit better. You guys can see it a little bit better. So 1 cloth and 2 steel. Craft. Okay. Interesting gem. So again, just like our typical drawer here, which is closed, this one here will be open, so it will be this way here, I guess. Just like that. There we go. Here is the morgue drawer itself with a body in it. So same kind of thing. You can just see it a little bit better in the light. Find shelters sometimes kind of hit and miss in terms of lighting. All right. So again, another little kind of a miscellaneous kind of item here. And here is the autopsy table. This is the end game table that we're getting. Okay. Good stuff. And what else was it? Was it a mortuary side, wasn't there? Wonder why it's not popping up here. It's so odd. So let's take a look here. All decor. Autopsy sign. Where would that sucker be? Accents. Let's see here. Autopsy sign. Ceiling. No. Holiday. Yeah, it might be holiday. Nope. Mounted. Novelties. Okay. Signs. There we go. That makes sense. Autopsy sign under the sign section, Jim. See if I can see it. Mortuary. Is it a mortuary sign? Yeah. This is the one we got right here. Mortuary sign. There we go. Okay. And so we got closed. Morgue drawer. We got check. Autopsy table bed. Check. Open morgue drawer. Check. Morgue drawer. Check. Mortuary sign. Vault tech. Body bag. Vault tech. Body bag. What would that be in? I wonder. Storage. Stash. Wonder for the stash box. Autopsy. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick here. Let's take a look. Go back to our seasons here. Yeah, let's go ahead and inspect it here. Cadavers. That's it. What was I calling it? Cadavers? It's cadaver. That's it, Jim. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, okay. I think it's just a floor decor item. Go under decorations here. Vehicles, no. Clutter. No. Entertainment, fauna, holiday. No, don't see it there either. Yeah. All right. Novelties. Oh, there's right there. So under novelties right there. So 1 cloth, 1 copper, 2 rubber, and 2 steel. There we go, Jim. Found her, buddy. Found her. Can't really interact with it. Cute, though. Cute. Can't really interact with these either. And here's our autopsy table bed. Let's go ahead and lay down in that. Oh my gosh. That looks like it hurts. Yeah. And of course you get a well-rested bonus if you lay down there for so long, just like any other bed we have here in the game. That's quite something. Alright, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there you guys go. I hope it was a useful video. Again, a lot of information there. But I want to, again, changes to the build menu and kind of go through all that stuff with you guys. If you have any questions at all, just ask. I'll try my best to help you, or someone will help you here on the channel. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Whiffen, Heather, White Tribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Is Me, That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Wave Warner, John, DJ59, Picaresque, Grinch, No, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Dan Ferreira, Benny Bunny, AJ Foltz, Adolfo Perez, Ozzy1, Ricardo 186, Eric R. Shepard. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.